So there's been a problem with a lot of prominent guides online for this game. Normal players will go around looking for how to get the true neutral ending or the secret neutral ending, right? And they'll find themselves kind of stuck because they read that they have to complete a bunch of quest lines, and then they have to complete the Shiva fight to unlock the quote unquote true neutral ending. It's not necessarily true though, and um, the problem is that a lot of information floating around isn't necessarily accurate. What this video is showing is me playing through the game, but I don't follow what is commonly said to get the secret ending. Now, obviously, this is New Game Plus Reborn, mainly to get through the game quicker, but more importantly, I have the fusion unlocked for Shiva, Kansura, and Fion. Now, you technically do need to complete these quests, but it doesn't mean that you need to do them in the same playthrough as the one you did to view the secret ending. A lot of the complaints regarding this game revolve around the fact that players need to grind to fight Shiva just to unlock the secret ending, and then after that, the final boss of that ending is far too easy because they're overleveled to beat Shiva. But I assume the developers intended for players to fight Shiva after they entered the Empyrean, and then on a future playthrough they'd be able to play through the secret neutral ending with normal levels without having to beat Shiva before. But because of the inaccurate info on how to unlock this ending, a lot of the players simply assumed that the only way to fight the final boss was to go through Shiva first. One thing you can fault the developers for, though, is for not making this information more clear and for allowing players to get the secret ending as their first playthrough to begin with. It's still kind of crazy how this misconception went so far. It's mostly probably to blame on the fact that there was no official guide for SMT5 when it came out, and the wiki was fairly new, so all the information wasn't really available on there. So the unofficial guide sort of became the go-to for info about this game for a lot of people, especially me. Like, I also used it a lot when I was playing through the game originally. The correct information is actually available online, but it's in a fairly obscure place. Most people probably wouldn't look there if they're trying to find a secret ending. I'm talking about speed runs that show the New Game Plus achieved on a new file without having completed any of the quests. And the Megami Tensei wiki also has similar information, but not exactly. The only problem is that the Megami Tensei wiki also added a Manazako. I don't know if a Manazako is actually necessary for as a prerequisite for this ending. Needless to say, though, like these sources aren't very available for players that are trying to look for ways to unlock the secret ending, mainly because they're not titled that. If someone looks it up, they're not going to get the new up page, or they're not going to get a speed run. They're going to get an unofficial guide. I think it would be funny though if someone figured out how to get the secret ending by looking at Nua's page. I imagine someone who's just like digging through a bunch of lore, and then just casually stumbles on how to get this different ending that they never heard of before, right? But like, yeah. Speaking of funny things, I think this playthrough in particular, I went through a couple of alignment shifts. I think I started with Law because I was just mashing through and I just picked a bunch of options that were Law lined. And then I changed to Chaos because I was sort of like, yeah, maybe I want to get neutral. And then I eventually settled on neutral after seeing that I was in the Chaos area. But yeah, player-driven narratives like that, I find that special about SMT. Just like you just come up with like a story in your head sometimes. But I'm going on a tangent. Looking back through the footage, I accidentally accepted a quest from Huapo, but this is not required to unlock the secret ending. You can probably just decline your quest and still go through the game normally. If I didn't already say this, you don't need to be at level 99, or play on a hard for that matter. I just used an old file that had Shiva unlocked. You probably pick Reborn in the New Game Plus menu if you want to go through the secret ending, right? with normal levels. Just make sure that you have Fion, Konsu, and Shiva unlocked for Fusion on a previous playthrough, and then you can go through in a Reborn playthrough later on, and play through it as intended, I guess. But yeah, I think there's an official guidebook for this game actually. Nobody knows what it says on how to get the secret ending, mainly because it's not English. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. The damage has already been done. It's been almost a year since the game came out. I still want to put this up to hopefully let any new players know, or maybe get some of the online websites to pick up on this and change their information for any people that are just looking for how to get the true neutral ending, or not the true neutral ending, the secret ending. But anyways, that's all I have to say. You can skip to the end where I show all my quest logs and everything uh, after I've unlocked the secret neutral ending. If you want to see a version of this that is not sped up, I'll have a link in the description to an unlisted video, and there you can see like the full thing. But anyways, I'll see you then. Alright, moment of truth. Yep. Yep.
Just what kind of world would you come so far to create?
I did one quest.
His wish is the same as Yakumo's. He seeks to destroy the throne.
Is that so? You'll be the one to carry on Yakumo's will? In that case, allow me to disclose another possibility. You know all too well that Yakumo and I sought to destroy the throne. However, that was far from our ultimate plan. Our true cause for fighting was to claim the throne and use it to create a world void of both gods and demons. A clean slate, so to speak. Do keep that in mind.
Alright. That's it. Wow, that was only 2 hours 30. Oh. Let's look at my quest log. Nothing. I didn't even have to fight Shiba.